Welcome back to the beginning of Eternal Sonata, aka episode 3 of Eternal Sonata.
Look, she's having the best of times.
Is she having the worst of times?
Could be, I don't know.
Is now the winter of our discontent?
Yes.
It looks a little balmy for that.
Beat is played by a girl.
Yes, yes he is.
Oh my god, the accents.
Look at some chipmunky things.
Yay.
Keep in mind, we are now an hour into the game.
Uh-huh.
We haven't met Chopin yet.
That's true. Well, no, we saw him.
We saw him, but we haven't met him yet. Like, he hasn't had a line of dialogue.
That's for sure.
And considering how much dialogue we've had, that's saying something.
So, quick question.
Sure.
The credits. Are they part of a cutscene?
I'm not sure. I don't think so.
Like, if we skip them, can we get to the actual game?
Look at how he holds items. It's so awkward. Like, the deck of cards is like, Can't, God.
You know, I was shooting a commercial last weekend, and the last shot of the day was just a close-up of an iPhone, because it was an iPhone app,
Yeah.
being held by one of the actors. He has very distinctive, kind of wrinkly old hands. And we spent like a good 10 minutes just like getting him to hold the phone right so that his hand wouldn't cover it in a weird way, and he ended up like
dislocating
his hand in the most awkward way possible.
I love that they just like sleep on a rug in the fucking sewer.
Yeah, I know.
Tomorrow to fall asleep. And besides, it's way too early to go to bed anyway.
What's tomorrow, Christmas? Is it music-related Christmas?
It's probably music Christmas.
What
Christmas is coming, you guys.
oh my god. That would be so amazing if there was another Christmas
If there was
thing
just
in
something they did in every one of their games.
What would music-related Christmas be called?
Ooh, that's a really good question.
Leave a comment.
Crescendomus?
There's something there. Crescendomus? Don't know. How do you determine who is above the line in a video game? Like, who goes on the front, on the head credits?
Huh.
How do you make that distinction?
I'm sure that there are standards in place for that industry that make sense to them. I imagine it's just the sort of thing that people who don't work in the video game industry don't. I mean, like, I imagine a lot of people watching this don't necessarily know what it means for you to say that in terms of movies.
Yes, that's a fair point.
But we went to Emerson College.
Right, which is how it's pronounced.
Sorry?
Emerson College.
Okay.
As opposed to Emerson College.
I mean, I was just saying it that way for emphasis.
I know. That's how it's pronounced, you guys.
Polka, there you are. I was wondering where you went when I didn't see you in your room.
I thought maybe you had finally died and I could clean out your room.
So when we say she's terminal, like, what, like a week, a month, 10 years?
I think it's like nondescript. I think you don't know when that happens to you, but you know it's like a death sentence.
Okay.
Somehow.
I mean, there are illnesses in our world that work like that.
Alright, but so she's not going to live to her 20s.
Probably not, no.
Okay.
Almost certainly not. She's supposed to be 14, as I recall.
Okay.
Which, there's actually a very specific reason she's supposed to be 14, which is why I remember that.
Alright then.
I think we're going to find out more about that.
Stay up too late. Come on, let's get some sleep.
Is that how that works? I don't think I've had bad dreams just because I stayed up too late.
I don't think I've done that either. I've had bad dreams for a lot of other reasons.
You know, apparently...
Is Retardondo really the same?
Apparently being, going out in the cold rain will not get you sick.
Yeah, I've always been skeptical of that.
Mm-hmm.
I never really understood why. Yeah, I think we're technically still in the credits, so I think it would have been a mistake to skip this.
Yeah.
And I think I may actually have done that on one of my playthroughs.
Really?
Yeah.
So, tri-crescendo
Yes.
is tri-ace.
Yes. They
Wow.
were tri-crescendo first. And then I think when they made games that weren't about Chopin, they changed their name.
To be much more beautiful.
Hey, there he is.
Speak of the devil!
There he is. Look at that hat.
Frederick Chopin.
Sees the world with open eyes, don't you?
I really like his voice actor. His voice sounds really cool.
It doesn't fit his look, in my opinion. But I do like the voice.
It's a little off, but considering the game, I think it's a close approximation.
Yeah.
Like, no one in this game really looks all that manly. Look at fucking Jazz.
Yeah.
It is very difficult to remain still and keep things exactly as they are. And just
By the way, Chopin is the most poetically verbose asshole in the universe.
Of course. Of course.
Like, if you think everything that's happened so far is bad, just wait.
Of course. Of course.
Of course.
Of course!
Wow, we actually cut back to him in the coma? I don't think that was in the original.
Is it all really just
I think you're. Was this in the original line?
It's gonna be
gonna
famous.
Be my famous
yeah, I
line.
think it's gonna be that. I think it is.
be relative?
To be fair, there were a lot more famous people in LA Noire than you give me credit for.
That's not necessarily true. I mean,
Well,
for one, famous is relative. For two, I often agreed with you. A lot of the time I agreed with you. But neither one of us could name them. So when I didn't recognize the person as being famous, it was hard for me to agree with you
That's
because you
fair.
couldn't name them either.
That's fair.
That may be more true than we know. Perhaps what Mr. Chopin is experiencing is not a dream.
Perhaps it's more real than this world of music and
Only the individual
terminal
can determine
illness.
What is a dream?
Oh my God.
and what is reality?
That's not how dreams work. You
No,
guys.
that's how the dream works. Only the
Just
individual
because
can
his eyes
determine
are
it.
closed, that does not necessarily mean he is
I also
dreaming.
don't think there was another person in the room with them in the entire last game.
However,
I think they just rendered another girl.
inside is the true reality.
I think in the end she's going to turn out to be the ghost of Christmas past or something.
Oh my God, that would be amazing.
Then, it's possible he may never return to our reality.
I don't think she was a character. I think she's new. Which
her
would mean
hair.
that this cutscene, or this part of this cutscene at least, is new.
I mean, that was pretty exposition.
Yes.
Wow, so you can use magic powers too, Frederick?
Uh-oh.
But then that must mean you're like me. And that you're gonna die soon too.
Pouty face.
Sad face.
Yes. you're
Except
right.
they don't actually have
I'm
like
afraid
emotions
that
on their
may very
face.
well be true.
Or in their arms, or gestures, or voices, or...
What kind of magic can you use?
Well, essentially any and all kinds of magic. After all, this whole world is in my dream.
I love that he's aware of it.
Yeah, this whole thing is a lucid fever dream.
Jesus Christ.
You're a strange man, Frederick.
So couldn't he just have magic anyway? I guess that's the whole
it's
idea.
true.
I think that's
Everything
part of the
around us
idea.
is all a part of my dream. Even you are just a product of my imagination.
Which, according to Freud, means that she is him.
Okay then. If what
I
you
don't
say
think
Also-
that's true.
Yeah.
can you tell what
No, I
know
mean in this
about
case.
right
Oh.
now?
Well, yeah.
She symbolizes something else in his...
Also, I'm pretty sure that Freud was
My
mostly...
mind should be
He
like-
was not always on point.
Yeah. I think pretty much...
Of course.
Penis envy!
Yeah, I think people are pretty sure that Freud was completely wrong about most of his things that he said.
The one of his series that's always made me the most mad is penis envy. It's the most preposterous concept.
I mean, it's certainly a very
Feeling that way.
male-centric view
Yes.
of the world.
Yes.
It's like, I'm a man. All people
obviously,
must
if
want
you're
to be
not a
me.
man, you want to be a man.
It's a little ridiculous. The framing on this shot is weird. Alright,
There's
there you
something
go.
I'd really like to show you, but it's in the forest. Would you come with me?
Oh my god. Guys, for the record, if a little girl invites you to the forest, it's not okay to go.
Not without, like, her parent or legal
Not,
guardian.
not
It
appropriate.
can only be seen at night.
Of course. This is not...
It sounds like she's trying to seduce
It
him.
really does.
Like, it's not... It doesn't just sound like an innocent misunderstanding. It's literally like she's like, come on, you'll like it.
Vasco, it's your turn to play now. Are you excited?
I'm so excited. Is the
OMG.
forest out that way? I think I have to go through the village.
Probs.
I thought I remembered there being, like, a mini-map or some shit. There's clearly not.
Nope. What happens if you press select?
Literally nothing.
Love that button. Yeah, she probably means back the way we came, which is down that bridge.
Perhaps. Now, this isn't going to be a 100% run per se. We're going to save this so we don't have to watch that again. That's one of the main reasons to save it. You know, there's some games like Residence of Fate where you have to save because you're gonna die.
Right.
And then there's games like this where it's like, well, let's not.
Let's not watch that cutscene again.
So this isn't exactly going to be a 100% run, but I'm going to try and show off a lot of the important things, especially like major side quests, which are sort of far-reaching. Might be up this way, actually. Yes, I think this is right. So, like, I think there's some stuff we could do by dicking around in the village and, like, looking for, like, random items in people's bookcases and stuff.
Yeah, fuck that
but that's
shit.
not going to be interesting, and I don't remember them perfectly, so we're just going to be faffing around, and this game's going to take long enough with all the cutscenes.
Boring as
So we're going to hit the major points, and you can complain in the comments if we missed your favorite angel trumpet location or something.
You know what I've noticed?
What's that?
This game, playing this game, despite all the cutscenes, going a lot faster than trying to play Hitman.
Yes. I don't know how much we've talked on camera about this because we cut out like 1,000% of Hitman. But Hitman is quite the production.
Mm-hmm. I hope you guys appreciate it.
Let's fight.
Let's do
So now
it.
we got ourselves a new character. Frederick Chopin.
I know we can do it.
I'm not sure you can do it. Oh my god, there's power in your madness.
Sacred signature.
So that's a healing move, which is why that failed just then.
Ah.
Because everyone has full health. I thought it would show the animation anyway, but it didn't.
Alright then.
Ooh. There we go. She has a special attack in the darkness right now.
Oh, that's cool. There you go. Yeah, there you go.
Now I'll be able to use Sacred Signature, assuming I don't kill it, which I did.
No way for you to stop.
It annoys me that in
God, I
games
love
like
all
this-
of his stupid bullshit quotes. There is no way to stop my relentless advance.
That's not appropriate,
Sorry,
actually,
go
now
on.
that I think about it.
What, I say that on
We're
all my
wa-
first
we're-
dates.
we're
And I'm
wandering
frequently
around.
in jail.
We're wandering around in the forest with a 14-year-old girl saying, there is no way to stop my relentless advance.
I mean, he was saying it to the dead trumpet bird.
Hashtag episode title?
There's no... Yeah, I imagine so.
Alright.
Do 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 do.
I love how it starts you as far away from the enemy as humanly possible.
Yeah, I think that's deliberate. Oh, this one's attacking before Chopin.
Block, block, block.
Uh,
What determines how fast an enemy is? Because it's a
Like a
weird
statistic, I
bird
think?
thing.
boom.
Nice.
His other attack is obviously a attack.
I know it's blocking.
Yeah, eventually it stops usually for some peculiar reason. That blew him up good. Man, I really love this game. Just playing like 2 minutes of this game has made my week. Like it had been so long since I played it, I had sort of forgotten how much I like this game.
Oh, now there's two of them.
You're
boned.
You soulless creatures.
Oh my god.
I love Chopin so much.
He's so ridiculous.
Like, he has all these, like, weirdly, like, not exactly, like, elitist, sort of, like, pompous comments
Oh,
about how, like,
pompous for
nothing in
sure.
this world, like, exists. So he's like, you pitiful, non-existent creature of a dream. That may even be a direct quote.
Probably is. That's totally sounds like something he would say. Chance! Chance! I like that it says chance instead of like,
Yeah.
look out or block or...
Yeah, chance is actually sort of a Japanese convention for this sort of thing.
Yeah.
They use that term a lot in games like this.
Chance!
Boom! Knock the other one over.
So does the stun, like, reduce the number of attacks they get a chance to do?
Yes, I believe it does. I think what happens is that on their turn, like, their timer will start ticking down while they're getting up.
Got it.
So they'll lose some time that way.
Got it. You got a peach cookie!
I did get a peach cookie.
Let us rejoice.
Why a peach?
for now.
Let us rejoice for now.
Hmm.
I will never get sick of Chopin.
I love how his weapon is like a conductor's
It is a
baton.
conductor's baton.
Just watch this.
Okay.
So have we determined whether or not it's possible to...
Sacred signature.
Oh, I see. So those patches are supposed to be the
They're
light areas?
considered light for where
That
we
just
are now.
looks like dirt
Yeah, here
instead of
it's not very
grass.
clear. In most places, there's like a lamp or something that makes it a lot clearer.
Yeah. So if you guard with one, it guards with both? If both
Yes,
would be damaged?
actually, yes, it does.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good, because like if you like
Yeah, it'd
fuck
be
up
very
and-
difficult to try and like
Yeah.
do 2 people at once.
All the button mashing.
Signature.
This game combines my love of button mashing with my fondness for incomprehensible Japanese RPGs, which is obviously why I love it so much. But yeah, being in the light patch lets me use my healing moves because they're both light type moves.
Right. Is that common? Are healing moves usually light moves?
It's fairly common. There are some dark type healing moves, but they are like fairly later in the game, and I think only some characters get them.
Gotcha.
Perhaps my favorite character to play with in this game has a healing dark move. But part of the reason she is my favorite character to play with is because she's like a really powerful healer. And my style in these games is usually to play with like powerful healing magic so that I can just have all my guys wail on them and keep them alive with the healer.
Right.
That's the sort of thing I like to do.
Okay.
I'll be interested to see what you do once we have like, because like there's
Options?
there's like a reasonable depth to the options of strategies in this game.
Right.
And you can like none of the characters is totally worthless, which is also something of a rarity.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, like even like characters you don't like are actually pretty decent in battle. Like Beat is a legit option.
Really?
Yeah, I promise you.
Interesting.
There's some fights that he's actually like specifically good for as well. Stupid all the way over there,
Far
asshole.
away as possible. So would it ever benefit you to not move with Chopin and heal first and then, or do you use time up by using your? You know what I mean?
Say it again, sir.
Like, well, if you start in the light and the enemy's in the darkness, does it ever behoove you to Sacred Signature, then run over to him and hit him?
Yes, it does. There are definitely times when you'll want to do that sort of thing.
Okay. I was just wondering if it uses up a lot of time while you're doing your Sacred
I don't think it
Signature
uses
thing.
up an inordinate amount of time.
How pitiful. You soulless creatures.
If
There you go.
enemies ambush you, does that also...
Yes, where the fuck? Where is... What? Oh,
Alright,
over there. Okay. He's like hiding behind a rock. How was I supposed to find
What
him?
an asshole.
You grave.
Fine, I'll accept your challenge. And he walks over to the other one. Sometimes they do shit like this.
What a cock.
I mean, literally, he's a bird. Oh, I attacked from behind, so I didn't get to do my counter.
Bullshit.
But see, there's a little bit of subtle strategy where I decided to attack him from the left so I could heal after I attacked.
Right. Seems good.
Sacred Signature.
Yeah, man, at this point, fighting these kind of guys, it's like, the only time they're going to kill you is, like, if your health gets stupidly low. So it almost benefits just to, like, wail on them in the light if you can, so that you can just heal, so that when the next one you fight, you're not starting with, like, low health.
I mean, that's the sort of thing I like to try and do generally.
Yeah.
But like, you can get punished if you don't pick up on like guarding and stuff like that. Like, there's an aspect of familiarity with this game that makes a difference, even in these early battles.
Right.
Do 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 do.
God, it's the same. They really couldn't program more than one song.
I mean, that's also actually pretty common to Japanese RPGs.
Is it?
To have like a single
One song?
It's not uncommon to have just one. It's really not.
Usually, in my experience, there's like one per area. Like each area has its own
More
music.
recently, I was actually just sort of like picking up on this recently, but I feel like a more modern convention is that like the overworld and new locations you go to will have new music, but the
Right.
actual battle music, there will be like maybe different ones for bosses, but overall just like one battle theme.
Yeah.
I think they do that because they want it to be memorable and they put a lot of work into one theme.
I guess so.
I mean, I could be misinterpreting that, but I feel like it's actually not very uncommon
You
nowadays.
are leveling so goddamn fast right now.
Yeah, it's funny. I had heard that in the PS3 version you level up more slowly, and I feel like this is
We're leveling like
probably on
every
pace.
other fight right now.
Yeah, I mean,
I know it's early in the game, but
Have you played Mass Effect 1? Because I feel like I level every like 2 seconds in
I
that
have
game.
not played Mass Effect 1. I've only
foolish
played 2 and 3,
creatures.
oddly enough. Well, no, I have played Mass Effect 1. I played like a hot second of Mass Effect 1 and got sick of it and stopped playing.
Oh, I thought it was closer. Well, orange glow and 2 hits. It's fine. Look at his walk. Look at his fucking walk.
Actually, in fact, I watched a random episode of Mass Effect that you posted recently where you were like driving around fighting Geth dudes.
Yeah, like all of them. Yeah.
That driving shit is the reason I stopped playing that game.
I thought you stopped before you even got to that.
No, not that, but like that driving shit of just like you drive around a planet for no reason and then maybe find something and spend an hour doing that shit. That's why I stopped.
I mean,
playing
like,
that
I
game.
can certainly understand how that would put you off the game, because that's pretty stupid.
Yeah.
But, like, my point here was simply that, like, in that game, you level after, like, every encounter.
Really?
Like, always.
Well, I guess that's
almost
nice.
without fail. I think I missed a little branch back there that might have had some treasure.
I think you did, actually.
I wasn't sure if that was the way forward.
Is it worth going back?
I'm gonna go back.
Okay.
I mean, I may leave that to your discretion in the future, but, like, I'm gonna try and explore most of these areas pretty fully. I don't think enemies respawn unless you, like, leave the screen.
Yeah, I think that's how it works.
So I don't think we did that on the way here. Otherwise, I'd be a little bit more tentative about it.
This way, you mean?
Yeah, this way. There's a dude. Hey, dude.
This reminds me, did you ever play Final Fantasy
I'll do my
X?
best.
Yes.
Reminds me very much of the, like, crystal area.
Oh, the like, foresty thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I missed that game. That game was great.
That game's sweet. Is that on, like, the PS3 Virtual Console thing?
It might be. I don't know. I'd have to look. I'm sure it might be at least an HD remake.
Well, that's not what I meant to do. I was trying to do that at the end of Fred's turn.
Oh, well.
I am batting 1,000,000. Blow up now.
Good.
Oh, man, the way he runs is amazing.
It's amazing. Like, it's so goofy.
I should totally run that way.
Yeah. I think in order to do that, though, you have to start carrying around a
There's
cane.
no way
I think you'll just look stupid otherwise.
If I'm just like,
Yeah, he's like, "Hoo-ah!" Like, kind of like a ninja or something.
you're leveled again. What the fuck?
We're gonna need these levels.
I mean, I know. It's just kind of ridiculous.
There's a boss called Tuba, who I remember being a pain in the ass, and I feel like I've heard that he's a lot worse in this version.
Oh, man, I'm excited
Ooh,
for Tuba.
equipment. Copper necklace.
That's exciting.
Which one's equipment? One of these tabs.
Here it is.
What's the actual equipment? Oh, do I go to them? Copper necklace. A very ordinary necklace. So his defense is at 23 without it, and hers is at 20. So she gets the thing.
All right.
She gets a pretty necklace. Hooray!
Yay.
That was totally worth going back for.
All right, then. Onward and upward.
Onward and upward, literally. That is literally the directions we are going.
We are, yeah.
Shut up, bird.
I know I can do
I gotta say, I'm not loving the fact that these levels are just giant and they spawn you on the opposite side from the enemy.
Orange glow.
Like, I
Yeah, it's a
understand
little
that that's
annoying.
just like part of the game, but at the same time, it's like, come on, you guys.
I mean, I think it's to try and make this more difficult to begin with, actually. Because, like, all it's really doing is, like, eating up our clock to get to them.
Right.
And I think it's on purpose just to make this a little bit harder, because it's so early in the game that the combat is simple and we don't have, like...
A lot to do.
Yeah, we don't have, like, a lot of skills or a lot of characters or anything like that.
But I mean, it doesn't add any strategy. All it adds is an extra step.
Più grave!
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if it added strategy like it does with Raffle, where it's like, okay, you're in the way you are arranged, then. Have we ever mentioned that we call Residents of Fate Raffle?
No, I don't think we have.
Well, we
we
do.
actually don't often do it on air.
Go back.
true,
We do
don't.
it occasionally, but usually we actually call it the correct thing on air, which I think is
Yeah.
interesting because we both call it Raffle.
Yeah.
Which there's no actual particular reason for that. I mean, like, we often use, like, abbreviations for various games that we're, like, Let's Playing, so we can talk about them without mentioning a full title.
Yeah.
And when we...
Like Untold Legends Dark Kingdom.
Yeah, things like that.
Good lord.
But so, like, Residents of Fate, we both just called it Raffle. As I recall, we were both just sort of on the same page. I forget which one of us first did it.
This is probably you. Let's
Maybe.
be honest.
There's a reasonable chance it was me. Forget how close. There's like a boss here, but something weird happens before we get to the boss.
Right.
Or is it after? It might actually be after. Yeah,
Nope.
I guess it is.
Is that a chimera? Or is it a
It's
big
like
creature?
a big, like, boar monster.
Okay, it's a boar monster. I was gonna say, if that's a chimera, that's exactly like that forest in Final Fantasy X.
Was that the boss in that one?
No, it wasn't a boss. It was just a common, really hard enemy.
Oh, yeah, those were just like an enemy type there.
I'll do my best.
I think this guy has like a big, scary, like, charging ram attack or something.
That's what you want.
By the way, you earn back a little bit of time on your clock when you hit enemies. It's not a huge amount, but if you make several
Yeah,
successful
I
attacks...
can see that, yeah.
Yeah, that's what happens when you don't guard that shit.
Ow.
And then he attacks from
Just did,
behind.
like half your health.
Yeah, he sure did that. Luckily, both these guys have a healing move.
Yeah.
Orange glow. Good.
Does Orange Glow always heal the other person?
No, I think the game uses something to determine who needs it most.
Sacred
Okay.
signature.
Because I don't think you can change the target on that.
That's annoying.
It's a little annoying, but I think it leads into the trying to streamline the battle thing, which we were already sort of talking about.
So you don't have to make.
Yeah, you don't have to. Yeah, which like, yeah, it takes a little bit of the strategy out, but it keeps the flow of gameplay in a specific way.
Yeah, no, that's true. It is really nice to be able to just sort of mash away, as unintuitive as that is.
Yeah.
Like the fact that you can just sort of make these determinations on the fly, so the game feels like it doesn't feel as much like a turn-based system as it would otherwise.
Yeah.
Which I think is nice.
Orange glow. Good.
One thing that you do have to watch out for is there's some situations where, like, while you're attacking, the shadow of something will shift,
Yeah.
so that, like, the attack that you think you're using will change. I think he's farting. I think that's what that is.
I think that's what that is.
You're really lucky that turn. Those were easier to block than all of the other attacks he's been doing, which I
Yeah.
don't know if you've noticed. I have not been doing a great job of blocking.
Not amazing.
In fairness, they're a little bit harder to dodge than regular
You are.
enemy attacks. I'm all up in his
Messing
butt.
up his butt.
I'll do my best.
I signed his butt. I think that's branding. I think that's called branding.
Cards.
What did you eat, boar? I remember him trying to use the charge attack more,
Orange glow.
because that thing's like freaking impossible to dodge.
Yeah.
I've also heard allegedly the bosses in this game make much more frequent and wider use of the special attacks available to them.
Oh, really?
Because a lot of bosses have like multiple attacks, sort of like you do, but they wouldn't always. Oh, that time I didn't even get a chance to block. It was weird.
Oh,
Shut up.
bullshit.
Orange glow. Good.
Get him with your attacks.
Sacred signature.
Chansu. So what's the maximum number of people you can have on a board at a time?
3.
Oh, okay.
And we'll have like a million characters, so we'll have like a lot of combinations and interesting things that we can do to form a party of 3.
Okay, that's
but it's always 3. That didn't go
That
super
did
well.
not go. Oh, Jesus. You're a shade comment right now, by the way.
Ooh, that is a problem. Or not.
Or not.
Maybe the pig just dies.
Yeah.
Got a bamboo shaft.
That's what you
I want
want.
you to know about that.
Okay, so here's what happened.
Yes.
A little 14-year-old girl invited us to go into the woods, at which point we replied, what was it again?
There's no way to stop my relentless advance.
Right, so then we wandered around, beat up some birds, fought a pig monster, and got the bamboo shaft.
The pig monster gave us the bamboo shaft, yes. As it were.
I'm gonna stay with my original statement and say that all this is a little inappropriate.
I feel like every couple of events in the game or so, you should give us a breakdown of what's going on, just to keep people honest.
So that they know how inappropriate it all is.
Or at the very least, how ridiculous. Ooh, party level up.
What does that mean?
Well, the party level increases at set times in the game, and each one allows us to do more sweet things in battle.
Okay.
Whereas your character levels proceed normally throughout the game as you would expect them to. So movement is now counted in real time.
What does that mean?
I think that means that it might not pause when we walk. I don't remember. We'll find out about that. Action gauge will start decreasing when you're first
Yeah.
Oh, right. So you can still pause at the start of your turn to figure out where you want to go and such.
That's annoying.
But now it will tick up. However, as a party level 1, tactical time is unlimited. So as long as, I don't think that changes unless there's a new addition in the PS3 that tactical time is unlimited. The bit at the beginning where you're thinking about shit. Do we not start getting echoes or something at 2? I don't remember what benefit 2 is.
It seems to only have a drawback.
Yeah, it's weird. I thought... Well, we'll see.
Here we are. I showed you this pig.
I built you this pig.
It's kind of dangerous out here when it's late at night. The animals in the forest never used to be this aggressive before.
That seems to be the case about all,
Fantasy worlds?
Yeah.
Yep.
The animals never used to attack us like this. They also didn't have anthropomorphic voices. I don't know what's happened.
They didn't sing racist songs in the South.
Story in my mind. so I'm sure there's no way I could possibly be wrong.
Good lord. Good lord.
I'm going to giggle this
I'm
whole
so
game.
excited for his all of the shit that he says like this. Where are we going?
There is no way to stop my relentless advance.
Ugh.
These flowers are what I wanted to show you.
Okay, that's cool, whatever.
Alright.
Just watch. They're about to blossom.
I don't see any
Looks like we're gonna
flowers.
die here.
Yeah. Those are the flowers? Alright.
I think I remember the point of this, but I don't think we like understand what it means until later.
This is the opposite of how flowers work, by the way.
I think these are like specifically night flowers or something.
It's not a thing.
This is a fantasy world where we have the sickness so we can heal ourselves with orange glow, and you're complaining about science? I mean, you have several valid complaints to make about this game, but I feel like you gotta start picking your battles. Or at least...
I guess. It's pretty.
Flicker, 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 flicker. It's like a rave.
What are they?
I don't know, but they're cool, huh?
They're flowers. We've already established
Called
this.
Heaven's Mirror. They're like a reflection of the starry sky on the meadows.
Not really.
Except there are no stars in the sky right now.
There's pulsars, though.
This is the only
They're
place
being
that
hidden
blooms
by all the
for
petals
us.
in the glow of the flowers.
These flowers never bloom during the day, only at night.
Night flowers.
Why?
Night
When the
flowers.
sun is up, they stay in their buds, but they're able to absorb sunlight with their leaves.
Okay.
And after night falls, they let out all the light they've stored when they blossom. It always happens at exactly 2 o'clock in the morning.
So that's why she's having nightmares, because she's going to bed too late. She's staying up to watch the flowers bloom.
Absolutely stunning. It truly is. a
How do the
wondrous
flowers account for like daylight savings time and shit?
But they're also called death
Perhaps they like half bloom or something at 2?
sight. Death lights?
The sun brings life, but the dark brings death. And these flowers bloom in darkness. So, darkness is evil, light is good.
What?
I think that's a new line.
That doesn't.
Whether
It doesn't
you
make
look
any
at
sense.
Heaven's Mirror or death lights, that's up to you, Frederick.
I don't.
What?
But it seems like these days, nearly everyone has taken to calling them death lights.
What?
Long ago, it was thought they looked like the light that guided people to death, since they blossomed the
How would
opposite
anyone
of
know what
the
that looks like?
flowers.
They'd be dead.
Okay, that makes a lot more
Even
sense
now, a
than
lot of people don't
light
like
is
these flowers.
like life and darkness is death. So therefore, death lights.
Because they're night
That's also
flowers.
how they think of me.
It's all about you, isn't it, Polka? Jeez.
Seriously.
It's so awkward for him. Like, I don't know what to
You
say,
said
strange
before
little
that
girl.
This whole world is all just a dream you're having, right?
Yep.
But if you're in your own dream, how can you be so completely positive that what's happening is only a dream?
Because none of this shit
And
makes
if
any
what you're
sense.
seeing
Yeah,
in
is-
the dream
have you
is
seen
something
my
else?
world?
How can you even tell what's actually the real world?
Oh my god, it's the Matrix now.
My point. Did it
She's
Spoiler alert, Tech! God!
she's suddenly like, take the red pill or the blue pill.
Take the red powder or the blue powder.
Tenuto. I want to go out into the world and live my own life, even if that life only exists inside your dream.
Peculiar child.
Mm-hmm.
I don't
Look at
know
everyone
how much
standing with
time
their
I have
arms all
left,
like...
but I want to live what's left of my life.
I
in a
am very
positive
stiff.
way, bringing happiness to
I think
others.
everyone has like a back condition.
I just want to help people somehow.
Okay.
Like these flowers, even though people call them death lights, they still blossom and struggle to live on.
So they released the light that they were supposed to be using to
You're
live?
going to leave the village? But
Like-
where do you intend to go after
I
you
don't
leave
know.
Tenuta?
I forget whatever bit was like the reason that, like, I know that they like absorb light during the day and then bloom and light up at night, but I don't remember like what.
Because right now, they're hurting everyone in the village.
Wait, what are?
I think mineral powder.
You know, you should be happy you couldn't read my mind.
Because I was thinking of raping you.
It means you don't have an incurable illness.
But you just said the thing you were fucking thinking. Why does it matter that he can't read your mind if you just say it?
Since we can't use magic?
Please, stay at my house tonight.
But we already have used magic. And we already settled on the fact
You're
that...
a guest
What?
in our dream world, after all. That's not something that happens every day.
What? I think that's my mantra for this game.
Is what?
What?
A flower that resembles you. Bad omen, death lights.
Okay.
Is he taking, like, the SATs, doing the... Which one is the best fit?
Alright, more cutscenes. I think we're gonna have to pause it here.
I think so.
Come back next time.
Thanks for watching. The Eternal Sonata continues next time.